Hey guys, it's Fan Fantasy here, and I'm going to be playing a game that I don't normally play on my channel, and it's called Arms Trade Tycoon Tanks, and it's a new early access game. Basically, you are a arms trading company specializing in tanks from World War I all the way to the modern day tanks. So basically, you design them, you build them, and then you ship them, and then you profit. I'm hoping that you play as more of the modern day tanks. As you can see, there's an Abrams in the middle. But currently it's in early access, and I think only the World War I tanks technology are in the game. But I do want to show you how this game is, because the devs have graciously given me a key. So I figured, why not show it to you guys. And hopefully you guys can keep it on your radar or your wish list. This might be of a series, but who knows, let me know in the comments. And if you do enjoy this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. So right now the British are the only nation that you can play as. So we'll start with them. Alright, so I'm gonna my name is Fan, and let's call our company Only Tanks. Yeah, there you go. And we'll click OK. So this is the assembly plant that we have right here. And let's take a look at the global map. So looking at the global map right here, this is Europe, and then you got Africa right here with all the, I guess, colonies and the clients. I don't think United States are here yet or in yet. Right here, you can't really control the nations or the politics around it. They just happen. But you can control, I guess, the outcomes of certain battles and wars depending on your design of your tanks. So right now we are playing in the British Empire. So you can actually see here the budget preferences. So you got 50% military, economy, diplomacy. So looking at the military preferences, you got 50% spending on the army and then 50 on the tank corps. So depending on your economy, that also affects, I guess, how much money there is coming in as well. So looking at the tank corps, so right now we do know that they do have one tank battalion ready, and they're going to be spending more. So that's where our opportunity of business comes in. And then this is their, I believe, their infantry divisions. And if you take a look at, for example, the German Empire, so they're willing to spend more on the army versus the tanks. And yeah, they don't have any at all, but they do have a lot of infantry. Curious to know about France. So yeah, mixed bag right here. 65% army and 35% tanks. And also you can take a look at the external politics. So each country has their own trade agreements and non-aggression pacts and alliances. Here we know that France is allied with the United Kingdom. France might be more willing to spend on some tanks. Definitely the British, because we know that. Spanish, not as much. And yeah, Portugal is 50-50 as well too. So who knows? Let's take a look at our property. So we got the administration building, the production hall, research bureau, engineering and design. So usually what happens is that you do your research here. So let's go to the research bureau right here. So what we'll do is we'll start our research, and you got different types of research you can do. You got structure, firepower, and mobility. So right now what we can do is research RHA steel for better protection. So we will research that. And I think it's important for us to just keep researching as we go on. And you can only research one at a time. And there are different tiers of research from tier 1 to tier 2. And let's go back to our factory ground. So now that we have one research going on, let's go to our administration building. From what I believe, it's important to research or to build a fire station because there are high chances of fire starting in your factory. So it's important to build a fire station to reduce the risk of that. But even if it does happen, it will set back just a bit as well. And going to a production hall, I think it's important for us to just build some facilities to help our production. So we're going to build an assembly line. And yeah, this will help improve by breaking the entire manufacturing cycle into smaller separate phases for individual components. So yeah, let's build that. And if I recall, there's one more thing that we need to add is the riveting hall. So once we start producing tanks, these things should help our overall production. So go into our engineering building. Let's go to our engineering. So I just want to show you that this is where you can modify parts in your tank. However, we are waiting for for RHA steel to be researched, and then once that's complete, we'll put that on. However, I do want to remove the roof. Kind of looks like a cope cage, so we'll remove that. It does add a little bit of protection, but for the sake of this video, let's just remove it. So there is a tail wheel attached to our tank, which does help us to overcome certain trenches, but for now we'll keep that and we'll save it. So this is the design bureau, which you can actually design your tanks in. I'll show you. Also, I forgot to mention here, there is a reverse engineering, but currently there are no rival tanks. So what I believe you can do is actually take rival tanks and reverse engineer it and add parts that you like from their tanks into yours. But currently we don't have any right now. So this is the design plant. You can actually create a design right here. But for now, I'm going to wait for my steel to be researched and then we'll start building it. But right now, there's not much parts. It's pretty generic parts that you can build. My goal really right now is just to, fulfill a contract and get that going. So I'm going to speed up our time to 10 times. Alright, so we have a guy who just popped up right here, and his name is Douglas Murray, and he's been appointed as our advisor to the executive board. The British High Command has declared plans to rapidly raise at least 4 tank regiments. We should at least start designing our new tank model right away and have it ready by the time the first contract is announced. Please go to the design bureau and begin to design the process as soon as possible. So we're going to wait for our steel. I know that it's telling us to do that, but we do have something in mind, so we're going to keep going. Alright, world news. More tanks required. Following the early success of tanks on the battlefield, the High Command is ready to form additional tank regiments for the ongoing war effort. Make sure to invest in your manufacturing capabilities to keep with the rising demand. Okay. Alright, so we got another world news to keep in mind. This is the Halt Manufacturing Company. As the war begins, nations struggle to send supplies to the front and machine gun nests become a significant problem. To resolve this issue, Britain has already entered into a talk to apply potential of Caterpillar tracks to the battlefield. First Lord of the Admiralty, Sir Winston Churchill, is negotiating with the Committee for Imperial Defense to form a landship committee to break a soon-developed stalemate. And these radical ideas changed the current nature of warfare. So yeah, it's nice to kind of keep an eye out on these things. We'll keep going. Alright, so now that we have researched our ace steel, we can actually begin engineering. So we'll go to our engineering hall. Before we do our engineering stuff, let's keep researching. Well, let's research this medium hull right here, and we'll start. And we'll go back to our engineering. So this is the modification that we're trying to do. Let's change it to RHA Steel Mark 1 for better protection. And yep, let's save that. And assign our engineers to research or to build that. And we'll go back to our grounds and fast forward time. Alright, so looking at another news right here, William Triton is available for hire. Company reputation is increasing. As a result, a new top executive has offered his services and is now available for hire at the administration building. So let's go to our administration. Let's go to our admin building right here. And let's hire him. Click hire right here. And he will arrive in 5 days. Not a problem. So right here, you can actually fire or increase available workers right here. When you increase workers, you can actually build more things in the assembly hall. Engineers help design and build things for you in the engineering sections. So on the top left corner right here, we do have the bank section. So you can actually take loans as well in case you need more money. But for now, I don't think we do. And we'll keep going. Fast forward time. Yep. Okay. Alright, so William Triton is available now, so we'll assign him right here, and now he is assigned. Should help our production a bit. Have you ever tried driving your tank? So we're gonna be eventually we will try our tank out in the proving grounds, but we'll keep going because we haven't designed our tank. So it looks like our engineering is complete. So now we'll go into our designing bureau and let's design our first tank. So again, there's not too much to really design. You can't really put crazy designs at the moment yet because this is kind of the beginning of the game. Alright, so we do have the Mark 1 body right here. And let's go to our power unit. We only have the 6-cylinder engine, so we'll put that in as well. Oh, right here. For the tracks, we'll put the Centipede Mark 1. Alright, so next is the sides. So right here, you can actually put either armor plating or you can put the male sponson right here. But we do want more guns, so let's put those right here. And on the other side as well. And then we'll put the Hotchkiss 6-pounder right here. And another Hotchkiss right here as well too. And we do have secondary weapons that we can add on right here. You can either put a armored seal or we put the Lewis machine gun right here. But since we do want more firepower, we'll put the machine gun right there. And then now for the selected crew. So right here is the commander. We can only put one commander, so we'll assign this commander right here. And then we got the driver slot, so we'll put a driver right there. And then we got the gunners. So we'll put one gunner right here and another one in the 4th slot. And what's really cool is that you can actually, some of these slots can either be gunner and loader, so you can actually fill in the gunner and loader slots. So if you look at the top right here, you do need to make sure that they are filled in some capacity. So right now we have 0 loaders, 0 mechanics. So you can actually either put a gunner loader and they'll add attributes to the gunner and loader. So we'll add another gunner loader. So now we have fulfilled the gunner slots 10 out of 10. And we'll put another loader. So loader is 6 out of 8. One more. And we can fill the rest with mechanics. And one more right here. So expendables, so these are the, I guess, the ammo slots. Put the HE Mark 1 round right here. And right here is the secondary weapons, so you can put the machine gun ammunition right there. So you can't really fill these up yet. And now for the fun part, the paint. So right now you can actually choose your paint designs. Some of them do look pretty interesting for the time. The German gray on it. But I do like the camouflage one for this one, so let's give this camouflage right here. And that's pretty much our design. So I'm going to name our design Fan Mark 1 just to kind of make it a little unique. We'll save it. And then we'll assign our designers. So it's going to take 33 days for it to be complete. And we'll fast forward our time. So another world news, new tank revealed. According to a trustworthy source, the William Foster Company has just completed a new design, the Vanguard tank, codenamed Hector Mark 1. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contract. So in this game, there are, I guess, rivalries with other companies, so that's something to keep in mind. You can actually, we could reverse engineer the Hector if we get the chance to. All right, we'll keep going. We got 16 more days. And now our fire station is complete. So we got one building complete, and then we also got the sub-assembly line complete. So once we have our design ready and when we're ready to start building, these things should help the production. So one of our research is complete. We'll go into our research hall. And we'll research the female Mark 1. We'll start that. It's gonna take 27 days, but that's okay. So our Fan Mark 1 tank is complete. Let's go to our proving grounds and let's put our tank to the test. So right now I do see a lot of defects in our tanks, which is not surprising. And let me see if we can go back to the design for a little bit. And I believe you can actually fix these things too. So before we can actually fix these, we do need to go to the proving grounds to fix these defects. And we'll start testing out our tank. Okay, so here we are with our first built tank from the Only Tank Company. And also our first tank gameplay in this Tycoon game. And I do believe we do have to reach the score of 300 on our top right by testing this tank on our range. So we'll see how this goes. It's quite a long tank for sure right here. And we do have our primary guns on the bottom, which you can select 1, 2, or 3, and the speed as well. So not too bad. It's going around 20 kilometers-ish. Alright, so we got some obstacles right here. We'll drive it up. The outperforms. Too bad. Okay, so we do got targets right here. We'll switch to our gun number 2. We'll aim it at these targets. So that's target. And another one, you gotta wait for it to reload. And fire. So yeah, not your modern day tank, but hey, it is right for the context of this time. And we'll keep going. So right now we have 75 points on the top right. And then next we got the obstacles right here. Let's see how quickly it can maneuver. This is a long boy, so. And then we got one little tank target right here, and aim for it and fire. And target destroyed. Keep moving. And then we got these targets right here. Let's test out our machine gun. Our machine gun is at the front, so. And 3 targets down. Targets to our front. And it's this little boxy tank. And target. And we'll keep moving. And we'll go through these tall grass. Yeah, it's a slow boy, but it's pretty decent for now. I feel like the grass is a little out of scale, but maybe they haven't really taken care of the grass here, but maybe more of a game thing. Alright, so now we gotta go up here. Yeah, it kind of sucks going up a bit. We got 2 targets, one on the right and on the left. Go for the ones on the right first. Aim for the middle one. Yeah, you can actually zoom in. It's nice. Yeah, I really can't wait to see the more modern day tank designs. I look forward to that era more than, I guess, World War I or even World War II. So it'd be nice to come up with nice futuristic designs in this game. Our last one right here. And we'll switch to our other side. 3 targets. Oh, missed that. Fire. Okay, target. I've got to steady it, and yep, target destroyed, and one more right here. There we go. Alright, so now we'll reverse back. Reverse speed isn't too bad, I guess. And we'll turn right here. Alright, so we gotta cross through this trench. I believe the finish line is just right up ahead. I'm also kind of curious to see how the test range will look like for more modern day tanks. Not sure if it's going to be like an entire different assembly plant or a different range, but I'm more curious on that. We're almost there. Hopefully we'll get the last few points. 85. And I believe that should be 300 next. Yep, there you go, 300. First tank trials at Hatfield. So mission complete. Completed all. Oh, apparently we missed 2 more hard targets. Score of 300. Exceptional performance. Success in tank will greatly depend on the methodical and punctual deployment. But not too bad. Okay. So we got news right here that the British Empire now announces a new contract for 20 tanks. The General Staff has issued a bid for a new tank accompanying supply contract to equip its army with the Vanguard tank. Must meet strict requirements, and adding companies are to the offer around 20 to equip the 1st Battalion. Already designers and engineers scramble to present their project and be awarded the contract. Okay. So we will take a look at the contract. We still got 12 more days till our tank is proven. Alright, so let's go to our design bureau and let's fix up our things right here. So this is block vision ports. You can actually fix these things up. So crew awareness is severely limited. When the vision ports are blocked, amend these things. Yes. Crew aiming. Yep, fix that. Crew safety. Crew comfort as well. Limited space. Okay, we'll amend those things too. So again, we are spending money to fix up our tank, but we can actually make up our money through the contract. Keep fixing these things up. See if there's any... Oh, there's a few more things right here. Got the structure, crew rammed, environment, crew limit. Yeah, sure, we'll fix those. Power unit. Yep. Alright, so no more defects, and we're good to go. Alright, so let's take a look at our contract after we fixed up some of our designs for the Fan Mark 1. And we got one contract right here. And let's select our Fan Mark 1. And yep, no flaws right here. You can actually view your competitor's offer. It is about pretty expensive, 81k, so, and that takes up a lot. So we're not going to buy the insight, but we do want to increase our success score to make sure we actually get the contract. And if you do look at the contract details, you can actually change or increase the price. So of course, the higher you increase your price, the success score lowers. And same with the deadline too. The quicker that you can deliver it, the higher the success score. But that means you got to be sure that your production is fast enough to deliver those tanks. And if you're late, you will be fined by the government. So I'd rather not risk that for our first contract. So let's take a look at our tank. And it takes about 15k to build a tank. And so we can actually lower the costs. Usually lowering the cost will increase our score. Let's see here. Keep lowering it a little bit. I'd say about... Yeah, we want to make a little profit, so let's keep it at 19k per unit. So let's do that. And our success score should be higher. Let's see if we do get the contract or not. So we'll keep the deadline as it is. And click OK. And now we will resume and wait. So world news, looks like the French colonel is willing to follow the footsteps of the British Empire with tanks. So that is a potential client to look at. Alright, so good news here. We got a contract offered by the British Empire. Congratulations, High Command has declared the winner, and we are going to be supplying 20 tanks to equip the 1st Battalion. Alright, so now we're going to build our tank. Let's go to the production hall. Go to the assembly line. So now we do need to build in contract 20. So right now, let's up that up. And 20. There you go. And right now, got 350 workers. We'll assign them. So that's going to take about 47 days to complete. And we do have to ship it off later on. And it looks like iron is in the red. I think that's something that we do need to keep an eye on. So right now, looking at our workers, we can actually hire more. So right now we have about 250 out of 350, so we can actually hire more. Let's go about 50 more. Yeah, so we'll keep it at that. And let's take a look at our production. We can actually assign more workers here, so that will reduce some of the days. There you go. That should speed up our production to 38 days, and we'll keep going. So yep, more tanks are being revealed right here. Keep going. In order to meet the demands, we must purchase more raw materials. This can be done in the warehouse. So yeah, let's go to there. So looking at the warehouse right here, let's put our Mark 1 design. So right now, for one of my tanks, this is how much materials it costs to order. And since we might be running low on iron, from what I mentioned before, we might need to buy more materials. So depending on the region, it does affect the costs. And of course, Africa being the lowest, and you can look at it because reliability is quite low and potential delays up to 10 days. So that could be a little risky, but we could actually try for Africa. We'll go for about 5, and we'll select the cheapest for now. That's going to take 17 days. Alright, and so looking at the production plant, we do have 5 tanks left, and you got 27 days left to complete this production. We should have enough time to fulfill our contract, so we're going to keep going. So again, more tanks revealed right here. Mark 1. Alright, so again, our advisor is telling us to send your produced tanks to the customer. This can be done to the logistics department, the warehouse. Yeah. We do have to hire a logistics company to deliver our tanks. So right now, I think we do have 11 in order. We're going to have to wait for that. A new trade agreement has been signed. The British Empire and France has signed a comprehensive trade agreement symbolizing their shared commitment to fostering economic cooperation and facilitating mutual beneficial trade relations. This agreement aims to enhance market access, promote fair trade policy practices, and create a new avenues for economic growth and prosperity for both nations. So, okay, that's good news for us. Hey, so look, we got a non-aggression treaty signed. So British and Empire has signed a non-aggression pact. So this might be bad news because, war does profit for us. So, but the British Empire and the Germans have signed a, non-aggression pact. And we'll keep going. And nice, production complete. And a new tank has been revealed. Another company. And so now we have our production complete. So now we're at our warehouse. And so we're going to be delivering our tanks. So let's deliver all the way to 20. And depending on which company, there may be delays. So I think I'm going to go with the cheapest one since we got a little bit more time and 10 days of delay shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to go with Ryder & Co. And we'll send it. Oh, another non-aggression treaty has been signed between the French and the Germans. So no war for them. And again, if there's no war or conflict, that means we may not get any business. Tank delivery delay, yep. We factored that in. 10 days of delay. It's okay, we'll keep going. Alright, so we got good news here. We have completed our contract for the British Empire. Your time is out for one of your contracts, and one battalion regiment is now equipped with as many of your tanks that you managed to deliver. Hopefully you delivered all your tanks as promised. Yes, we did. So from what I heard too, depending on how well the tanks perform in the battlefield, they do increase our reputation of our company. So that is something to keep in mind as we continue designing and researching. So yeah, pretty much the game cycle is researching, and then you engineer it, then you design it, then you test it out and fix a few things up, and then you get your first contract and you make profit. So yeah, this is pretty much our first tank for this game, the Fan Mark 1, and yeah, we'll see how it goes with the British Empire and how they use our tank well. Hopefully we'll get some good reputations and we can sell this tank to other nations and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty much this game is pretty chill. You just try to do your best to design and see how it goes and make profit. So yeah, it is pretty much a Tank Tycoon game. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. It is quite a unique, interesting game. Want to thank the developers for sending me a key for this and yeah, letting me play it out and test it out. But yeah, check out the game for yourself on Steam, and that's pretty much it. Make sure to hit that like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to stay up to date, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.